Welcome back to Agents Confidential. I'm Eric,
And I'm Yana.
and today we're going to be talking about something that is really important, how to develop and build a referral engine by March. Right now we're in the end of January, kind of getting into the heart of OEP, and we really want to have this set up for you so you can continue to build your referral funnel through the rest of the year. So Jan and I are going to walk you through this.
All right, so we're going to start with the definition of what a successful referral engine actually is. A successful referral engine is a system where partners consistently send you warm leads without you having to chase them. So this means if referrals show up even when you're busy, that means you have an engine.
So let's look at what this is in real life, right? A healthy referral engine means that you're getting text messages saying, hey, I got somebody to send your way. You get emails with client intros. You get people mentioning your name before you even walk into a room. Clients say, my pharmacist, my doctor, or the trusted person in their life told me to call you. You're not starting every month at zero. Let's talk about some signs that you already have one built, but you might be ignoring it.
Yeah.
So some signs that you already have a referral source would be simply that, you're getting some referrals, and that's great. Maybe 2 or 3 repeatedly a month, but we really want to throw some gas on that fire. So some signs that you already have referrals are that you're getting some, right? They come in from clients or people that know what you do for a living, but you're not really doing it intentionally. And we really want to ramp this up and throw some gas on the fire. So what success really looks like and what it means is we have to set a bar. So I want you to make a target for yourself that by March, you're going to have a few of these next things in place. So we have this goal that we're trying to get to before March. We have 3 to 5 active referral partners. Monthly inbound referrals are coming with predictable, warm conversations, right? Ongoing partner communication and clear follow-up process. That's where some agents really make the mistake is they introduce themselves one time and then they just expect referrals to be coming in, indefinitely, right? So I like to think about it as a garden, right? When you go out and introduce yourself to a potential referral partner, it's planting a seed, right? So once you've planted that seed, you've got a common bond. You need to go back. You need to water it. You need to fertilize it. You need to weed it. And eventually that plant or that garden will produce some warm referrals and some fruit as in sales, right? So this is a longer term commitment, not a one and done. So let's talk about step 1 is picking a core referral lane. So you could go introduce yourself to everybody in the planet that you know. That's just scattering seeds kind of haphazardly. We want to plant a nice row or a lane. How do we pick? Yana, you can probably think of some top of mind referral partners that would be good. What are the usual suspects?
Yeah, the usual suspects are going to be pharmacies, financial advisors, realtors, mortgage brokers, CPAs. Gym or wellness centers, HR managers are great, small business owners, all those kinds of things.
Yeah, those are the ones that everybody kind of knows about, right?
Yep.
Well, we have a list. I'm looking at it. We've got about 50 different ones. And we would love for you to reach out to us and talk through who your people are, your centers of influence or people you have access to in these different groups. I call that kind of affiliation marketing. I, as you know, am a huge golfer. I know a lot of golf pros. And guess what? Golf pros know a lot of members at these country clubs. And what I want you to remember when picking a lane is that you want to have a person that knows a lot of people. So you think of like that golf pro, the pharmacist, the doctor, CPA, HR managers, and we can kind of go everywhere with that. But you're really finding an influential person that knows a lot of other people that look like the type of people you want to talk to. Hence, we probably wouldn't go to a daycare if we're looking for Medicare clients.
Yeah.
So you want to pick an area where it's going to lead to some success, right? So I want you right now to write down, if you're driving, please keep driving, but write down a couple of those names that of people that you know in those areas that popped into your head when we listed those. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's going to be your first step, is identifying those. Now we're going to build your referral offer. Okay, so this is where most agents either fail or don't do the best job of getting this going, right? So I don't want you to go in and just ask for referrals. We want to create value. We really want to define what you're looking for and really what's in it for the person referring those folks to you.
Hmm.
So a couple key phrases: I can help Medicare patients fix coverage issues. I can help your clients understand their ACA options. I can reduce the headache of your clients and your staff when these types of questions come up.
Hmm.
And your staff is super busy. They don't have time to explain all the different benefits and things within the policy of their patient's plan. That's what you're there for. Kind of the what we call like the white knight or the savior to get this off of your plate. You want to be that to these referral sources.
Yep, exactly.
Telling them, I work with X type client and I look to help them solve this type of problem. I'd love to support your clients and make your job easier. Who wouldn't want that? And
Right.
we're not making this up. Yana, I've told you this story. I've helped an agent recently go out and do some cold prospecting, just walking into an office, and we'll get through some of the steps, but introducing themselves as a resource, and literally the same day has gotten referrals to help these people because of how we warmed it up. I think going there versus calling or emailing is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
So let's create a simple referral asset. We really want to keep this simple. So great to have a business card or a
Yep.
stack of business cards with you. A digital business card works as well, and or a flyer or a handout. In the case that I'm explaining, we had a laminated sheet. And a lot of times we'd give it to them. They were like, wow, this is really nice. And they would hand it back and we're like, no, that's for you to keep. And they were like, oh my gosh, thank you. That's really professional and nice of you.
Yeah.
And then we have a stack of cards and saying, the laminate sheet is for you to keep here, or your clients can take a picture of it with their phone. But we really just want you to hand them a business card. And you can get into QR codes and booking appointments and make it as awesome as you want. Really, the key is getting the buy-in from the folks at the desk or the provider or that social worker, if you will, that they have your cards on them at all times or in their car so that they can hand that to the referral and then they will reach out to you.
I'd say a business card is definitely essential here. So if you
Yeah.
don't have those, make sure to have those.
And I really
Yeah.
love the ones with your picture on it, a
Yep.
current picture,
Yes.
not your best when you were in your 20s picture.
Yep.
Um, and let's build to a target partner list. Okay. When we talk about planting the garden, not asking you to build 100 acres, right? We want a couple rows, right? Maybe it's 10 pharmacies, 5 financial advisors, 5 realtors, and 5 local businesses. That would give you 25 to continue to reach out to and warm those relationships, right? So we want to talk about next is your daily outreach. So after you've picked your targets, we want to start reaching out to them, right? So I want to challenge you to do 3 per day. So you got your list of 25. We're going to go 3 in one day, Monday through Friday for 4 weeks. It's going to get you plenty of conversations started before March.
Hmm.
So the methods of reaching out to these people. Yana, how many emails do most agents get in a day?
Probably a lot.
Hundreds, right? You're getting
Yeah.
carriers and clients. You got me reaching out to you. You got Yana reaching out to you. I don't think email is the best way. The best way, and I've been doing this for over 10 years, is literally walking in almost blind. You can do a little research in your car about them. Maybe you see the receptionist. Maybe they have like their entire staff listed. So you can go in and be like, oh, that's Ann, that's Sue, that's Sarah, kind of thing. But just walking in, and I will do this with you. Let's schedule a time. I will show you exactly how we've done this. It's the best way. I've never been thrown out of a place. Trust me. As much as you think that I would be, I haven't. So you're going to walk in, you're going to say your spiel. Something as simple as, I'm building a small group of trusted local partners, and I'd love to connect and see if we can support each other's clients. No selling, just relationship building. Mm-hmm. Or I've used, has there ever been a time when a client or patient didn't understand their own insurance? And of course, everybody's going to be like, well, yeah, of course that's happened. Yes. And say, whether it's a copay or, a service wasn't covered, or worst of all, you hear, don't take that insurance and your client's trying to use it. Mm. If clients or patients ever have questions, tell them to simply call me. Yeah. You are giving them an out of, oh, I'm sorry you don't understand your insurance, Mr. Smith. Here, call this agent. They can answer your questions, and then they can move on to the next client versus trying to go through and help them with all that.
For sure.
So you plant all your seeds, you meet these people, and honestly, some places are not going to be open to it, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. You don't have to continue to try to get that seed to grow. You can move on to the next one. That's why we're asking you, get 25. They're not all gonna bear fruit. So yep. once you get them planted, this is where the engine and everything really gets going. Okay, so we're going to do a monthly touch point. That can be a phone call, a stop in, an email to that one person. And I really recommend, all you need is one person in that office to think highly of you, and they will get the others on board, right? Mm-hmm. You can do quarterly coffee check-ins, providing ongoing value. Something as simple as, how could I support you and your clients better this month? Yeah. Right? You can share Medicare updates. Invite them to events. If you're doing Medicare 101 seminars, dropping an invite off at each of your referral partners to saying, hey, I'm running this free event to help people better understand their insurance. Could you post this on your community board? Could you have this somewhere where your patients will see it so that they could sign up and come to it? Yeah. Having an invite or even just some flyers, set amongst the things that they have there.
For sure.
Now we want to review this a little bit. We want to track, right? Just like we're looking at the garden, how many referrals were sent to it? So in March, okay, so we're talking about building this up to March. How many referrals have you been sent? Just a static number. Who was the most engaged with you? Who responded? Okay, those are going to be your top ones that we want to continue to water and fertilize and keep going back to. And we're going to say, let's cut the bottom 50 off, right? Mm-hmm. If they reach out in the future, great. But you don't have to keep dripping on them if they haven't been very responsive. They seem annoyed when you come in. That just might be their personality. You never know. And we want you to double down on the top 20, right? So we'll drop the bottom 50, and you can look for additional ones, right? Again, in your market, or as you spread out away from, your home base, which I will say, I've had probably the best success going a little more rural out of a downtown area, right? Because most people in general are lazy. I know you're not. Our listeners aren't lazy. They're going to go out to the ones that haven't been reached out to. So we're going to you will see how that compounds. Especially, you get a referral from somebody, make a big deal out of it. Send them lunch, bring in something, snacks, treats. People love it. So really say thank you. All right. So when you get those referrals, make a big deal out of it. Send them lunch, stop in, drop off some sweets. People really love that. And you're showing them that you really appreciate it.
I'd also like to add anything that you can do to make yourself memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that they remember you. And we're,
I got a funny example of that, Yana.
oh boy.
So in the fall, some of our listeners have experienced this. I do EMTs for AEP. So I bought from a Halloween store, whatever it's called, a EMT jacket. And on Amazon, I got a little first aid kit and I loaded it with snacks and treats and seriously, alcohol, like summer shandies, mixed drinks, margaritas, whatever. And I would go into these agents' offices during AEP and say, hey, I'm Eric with AEG. I know you're really stressed out. You don't have time to talk about anything serious, but I brought snacks, treats, and alcohol. And they lit up.
Yeah.
People were coming out of their offices like, what is this? How do I get some? What does it cost? And I would hand those out and I would call back a few months later and say, yeah, I stopped in during AEP. I don't know if you remember me or not. And they're like, you're the guy with the alcohol. Now,
Yep.
I'm not saying that you have to do that. But to Yana's point, being a little bit different and not just being a quiet church mouse coming in and handing them a card and that's, nothing really memorable. Like you want to stand out a little bit, kind of amp yourself up when you do these, right?
For sure.
So let's end with this. Referral engines aren't magic. They have to be built through focus, consistency, working on the relationship, tracking it in a system so that you can measure the metrics after, and then you know which plants to continue to have a relationship with. So again, your March goal is to have at least 5 active referral partners sending you consistent, warm leads. That's going to change your entire year going forward.
Yeah.
And if
Yes,
you're
it will.
serious, if you are truly serious about building referral centers that create long-term stability and real equity in your book, reach out to us. Give us a call. We would love to work with you on this. I feel every agent's background is a little bit different, and we can find some referral partners for you to work with that can really change your business.
For sure.
Thank you so much for all the work that you do for your clients and continuing to grow your book of business. And of course, thanks for listening to Agents Confidential. Please tell your friends. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one.